Hello friends, welcome to Bajwa Immigration Consultants YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about subclass 408 visa, which is a temporary activity visa. And under this visa, the Australian immigration has introduced a new stream which is called COVID-19 pandemic visa. Subclass 408 visa has existed in past and it has different categories under this subclass. So some of the categories are like religious work visa, research activities, sporting event, entertainment activities. One of these categories is also called Australian government endorsed event. It is under this category the stream of COVID-19 pandemic visa has been introduced. So in this video we will talk about the eligibility of subclass 408 visa and people who can lodge this visa. So the eligibility requirements for COVID-19 pandemic event visa is like this. So you have to be in Australia, that's a must. So someone who is overseas cannot apply this visa. One of the conditions is that you are unable to depart Australia due to COVID-19, and that is because there is travel restrictions around the world. You cannot leave Australia and you're kind of stuck in Australia. You have 28 days or less remaining on your current visa, or your last temporary visa has not expired 28 days before you lodge the COVID-19 visa. You should not be eligible to lodge any other visa, and you have to write down a statement saying that you cannot lodge any other visa. You have to explain those circumstances that why can't you lodge any other visa. Or the other category would be that you have an employer and you have evidence from that employer that you are doing ongoing work in a critical sector, and no Australian citizen or permanent resident can fill that position. The last 2 points, they are basically two different categories under this visa. Whether you have an employer, that's one category. The second category would be where you will be declaring that you are not eligible to lodge any other visa, and therefore you want to lodge subclass 408 visa. So I hope these requirements are clear to you. The question is, as I discussed in the last point, the critical sector, working in critical sector. What are those jobs that are being considered as critical in this COVID-19 pandemic situation? So they say if you're working in agriculture, so if you're working on farms, if you're working in a poultry sector, or you are in food processing industry, for example, if you're doing picking or you're doing packing, or you're working in supermarkets, or you're in healthcare, like you're a nurse, you're a doctor, or maybe you're working in a hospital, you're working in an aged care as an enrolled nurse, registered nurse, you're working in disability care, or even if you're working in a childcare, all this work are considered as a critical work in the current situation of COVID-19. So if you're working in these sectors and you have an employer who is supporting you and he is happily giving you a support letter, you can lodge a subclass 408 COVID-19 pandemic visa. So there is few questions which people are asking us very frequently. The very common question is, when can I apply for COVID-19 pandemic event visa? As I told earlier, you should only apply for this visa if you are unable to depart Australia and your temporary visa expires in less than 28 days or has not expired more than 28 days ago, and you have no other visa option available to you. The next question is, can I apply for COVID-19 pandemic event visa if I'm not working in a critical sector? As explained earlier, there's two categories. One is where you are sponsored by your employer, or the other category is where you declare that you have no other visa option. So you have to provide a written statement explaining why you are not eligible for any other visa. Next question that people usually ask is, will my visa be granted with work rights? People who are working in critical sectors, as explained earlier, will be given permission to work on their COVID-19 pandemic event visa. All other people holding this visa will not be given permission to work. So your visa will be without work rights if there is no employer to support your subclass 408 visa. How long will my COVID-19 pandemic visa be valid for? So again, if you are being supported by an employer, you can get a visa up to 12 months. If you are in a seasonal worker program, so like working holiday makers, you can get 12 months visa. If you're not working in any critical sector, then you will only be given up to 6 months when this visa is granted. Next question is, do I need a letter of endorsement or employer support letter to apply for COVID-19 pandemic event visa? Yes, in this category, where you are taking a support from your employer, you must provide evidence of your ongoing employment, which must say your start date with your employer, what type of jobs and duties are you doing, which critical sector is it, also the evidence that no Australian citizen or permanent resident can fill that position or do those jobs and duties that you are doing. Can I apply for COVID-19 pandemic event visa if I have a no further stay condition attached to my visa? In this scenario, first of all, you will have to apply for the waiver of no further stay condition. You cannot apply subclass 408 until this condition is waived. If you are on such a visa where you have no further stay condition on your visa, you'll have to apply for a waiver first. How much does the COVID-19 pandemic event visa cost? There is no fees for this specific visa category. I'm on a bridging visa. Can I apply for COVID-19 pandemic event visa? Temporary visa holders, as immigration is saying, including bridging visa holders, can apply for COVID-19 pandemic visa if they meet all the eligibility criteria. And we have discussed the eligibility criteria in the previous slides. Also, the bridging visa holders who have Section 48 bar on their visa, they cannot lodge this visa because of the Section 48. They cannot lodge any visa. Will I have to do a medical examination to get this visa? In this visa, you must satisfy the health requirements, so you may be required to undergo a health check. What else do I have to do to be granted a COVID-19 pandemic event visa? I think the another condition would be to maintain adequate health insurance. So you'll have to get a private health insurance during your stay in Australia once the visa is granted. So this is all the phone numbers and emails of our offices in Australia and India. If you have any questions regarding subclass 408 visa or any other query, please forward that query to our email enquiries@bajwaimmigration.com. If you want to contact our regional offices like Adelaide, Brisbane, India or Sydney, please go and contacting on these numbers and subscribe to our Bajwa Immigration YouTube channel to stay updated with the current changes in immigration policies and laws. Thank you for watching this video.